Hi, this is Saintjerome bringing another crypto experience. This last weekend on Sunday, I was able to go to a coin show in Springfield, Illinois. They have three big ones every year. And this time, who went with me but Clint Westwood? Woo! The Clint Westwood, podcaster supreme. And his father, Mr. Westwood, too, senior. He came along also. Um, this is a typical picture what my setup looks like. The coins on the left belong to another person, not me. I had mine as simply selling ballet wallets and talking about crypto to people. The things that look like gold coins down below the poster are not gold coins. They are little medallions of Litecoin and Doge and like that. And the stuff you see in front of the poster is fake plastic pirate coins. I love when the kids come up and I tell them like, yeah, you can have one of those real fake plastic coins over there like that. You'd be amazed how many people ask me if those are Bitcoins. I go, man, I wish those were real Bitcoins. I'd scoop those up and I wouldn't be at that coin show, would I? Then I had some fake paper dollar bills there that were shrunk, so you're not counterfeiting. You don't want to get in trouble like Bernard von Nothaus and the Liberty Dollar in the past. Counterfeiting, where was he? Anyway, this is the coin show, and I'm going to bring up a little more info and pictures about the coin show. It was fun. Before I leave this first page, shout out to my brother, Saint Jerome number two. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Saint Jerome number two. And here's my buddy, Clint Westwood. He's holding up his business card there. Clint Westwood, podcaster extraordinaire. So you can catch Clint, especially every Friday with Litecoin Lisa at 4 p.m. Central Time. They both podcast at the same time, and Lisa sends it out to several places. Big group on Twitter all the time. Clint also runs a after hour Twitter Spaces. I think we're calling it X nowadays. I don't get that yet. I'll figure it out. About Litecoin and anything else you want to talk about. And that starts sometime after the happy hour podcast, which is probably about 7-ish or so. And they only go to about 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but you can jump in anytime. A lot of times I'm listening, maybe speaking a little bit and falling asleep before they're over. So you can come in and talk when you wish. He's also on, I believe it's on Thursday night, with Blind Dave Crypto, and they have a thing called Hashing It Out, and they talk about many topics. So we have Johnny on there, and Xavier, and Steak, and Clint, and Dave. So I believe that's Thursdays. I think it starts at 5 p.m. Central, but don't quote me on that. But you can find them by searching on Blind Dave's channel. Um, then Clint also does a daily podcast, pretty much. Sometimes not every day. He's been doing a lot more live broadcasts. His last two podcasts, he talked about his experiences here at the coin show, which was pretty neat, being there at the same time with him. So some gives and takeaways from the coin show. Well, my whole intent is not to really sell any coins, but to talk to people about silver and its value, especially silver. Yes, gold's got value too, but I think silver is got more upside in the short term, and also to talk about cryptocurrencies. So I have my ballet wallets out for everybody to look at, and I asked them if you know anything about that, and a few do. Unfortunately, a lot of them, about half, have their bitcoins on or whatever crypto they're storing on some exchanges like Robinhood. And if you ever listen to podcasters who've been in this business a while or people who've been around a while, you don't want to leave your coins on exchanges because you do not have control of those coins. Not financial advice, but oh my God, I wouldn't do that. I would take that off of there. I'm especially not a big fan of Coinbase nowadays. When there's a run on something like a bull run, you want to buy in, you can't get there. You can't get it. They usually lock it up for about 7 days. I've had so many friends that had so many issues with that. So my two on ramps right now that are kind of quick, and you can usually get in there and get stuff kind of quick, are Olive app, OLLIV, by the same folks that do CoinFlip, and Strike by Jack Mallers. On Olive, they do 4 coins. I know 3 of them are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And on Strike, it's just Bitcoin, at least at this point. And I know he's a big, Jack Mallers is a big Bitcoin guy. But you can move those into like an Exodus wallet and exchange. Also, Caleb and Brown is good. Takes a slightly more funds. The other 2 I mentioned, you can do small funds, even like I think even like 50 cents on a Strike or $1. It's ridiculously small. So I do. If you are interested in Caleb and Brown, I have a link down below, and that will give you a permanent 3.5% rate, which is really good nowadays. I think the best rate you can probably get is around 3%. And I haven't been on Coinbase for a while. I think Coinbase does that, but like I said, there's so many issues going forward. If you go Caleb and Brown and you invest the bigger amount, you can go 2,000 or 500. If you go 2,000, you get a personal broker to talk to for the same amount of money. So, and at the coin show, I had a new toy I was playing with. It is a sound metal money pinger. I may have that wrong, but I picked that up. It goes along with an app on the phone, and what you do is you hold the coin in your little device, and you hit it with a hickory stick, a little small one. And the device that this little apparatus is simply to hold the coin correctly, and then you ping it. If you got really good ears, you can probably do the pinging, flicking it or dropping it. That may work. I'm not sure, but this, like, you hold it securely, you hit it correctly, you hit it 3 times, and then you let the app listen to it. And if it's one of the coins that the app has listed, you get a really accurate feedback if it's gold or silver. I haven't tried gold yet. Honestly, I don't have any gold, so it's hard to try. And if you use this little pinger, it's got a vise, but it's rubber tipped and it's made out of plastic. If you just want to find out if you have silver content or gold content and how much, it works perfectly. It was amazing. But if it's a highly collectible coin, you don't want to put it in there because even smudges will ruin like an MS-16 or MS-70 coin people on that. But I tried it out. I had some fake Morgan dollars, and I had some other fake coins, fake Kennedy $50, and then I had a couple real ones in there, and I tried them, and by golly, it worked really good. When especially on the larger coins, I noticed it goes well. So it gives you any rating 1 out of 3, it means there's silver content. So and on the Morgan dollars, I got 3 out of 3. On the halves, I got 2 out of 3. Those are good. And then the fake ones is like all red, 0 out of 3. Interesting sidelight. I had a dealer come down, and she wanted me to check and see if a certain Morgan dollar was false or not. And we compared against the real Morgan dollar, and it was false. So she couldn't sell it anymore and found out it was false. So folks, this is somebody that's very trusted. I've known for a long time. The fakes are getting good. So you need some way to verify if your coins are actually silver or actually gold. And the best thing is I don't know the name of the machine, but there's machines that I think there's a gun even that you can point at the metal and it'll tell you. But I think those machines start in like about $1,500. Might be able to get a used one for 500 or so. But those are 100%. If you have one of those, it tells you what the content is on it. For those who don't have such a machinery, the things you do are: 1, do the magnet test. I had a 40-pound little magnet, and you put it above the coin. If it's silver gold, it's not going to be attracted. If it goes, I had a really bad fake Morgan dollar, and it went sucked right up into it. Well, that's false right off the bat. The other thing you can do is weigh it. If it's not the proper weight of the coin you want, then it's false. And then you can take and measure it, like how big it is and how thick it is with a caliper. And that's another way. So you do those 3 things. You got a pretty good idea that the coin's legit. And now you can also do things like scratch a gold or silver item. And there's acid tests you can do on it. But if you're a coin collector, that's not good. So anyway, this pinger works real well. You do have to get the app. And it is right now, when I started this whole thing, it was free. Now it's a $3.25, I think, a month for a subscription, but you can go month to month. So I said, well, I'll do it for this month. And it's up at the end of the month and I can't do it unless I subscribe again, which is okay. So I guess you can use it as you need it. So it may only cost you, a couple times a year to do that. So, but like I said, it's good for about 30 days, I believe, on that. So that was fun to do. And it was kind of cool picking out a fake coin out of a dealer's collection. So here is a picture of Litecoin Lisa on the right, Lisa Davis, and Clint Westwood on the left. You can tell it's Westwood because it says Westwood. This was a live happy hour they did in Peoria about a year and a half ago. And it's held at the Peoria Pizza Works. So they've had a couple of meetups there, and that's a good place to have a meetup. So that day we had the promise of Bitcoin as a raffle item. She did a raffle to help kind of support the podcast going on the road because it's expensive, folks, to take that on the road. Got to pay for a hotel, got to pay for food, got to pay for gas. Yeah. So anyway, and it's a lot of fun when they come near me because I live in the communist state of Illinois, and it's nice when it's not too far away. So I appreciate that. So I ask you to go and support Clint as he's supporting me. I appreciate it. You can get his website where you can hook on to a lot of different things. It's clintwestwood.net. Clintwestwood.net. I'll put a link down below. I also put a link for Lisa's homepage also. And you can go visit them. So Clint, very knowledgeable in crypto. Like I said, you really want to catch his podcast. And as I wrap up this podcast, made it a short one day, just giving me some thoughts about the coin show. Hopefully, that was good information. Here is a famous photo of Clint Westwood and Litecoin Lisa on the Harley motorcycle going to right all sorts of crypto wrongs in the world. So, of course, it's a joke. And Harley, that's my joke. Harley moves compared to a Harley Davidson, a real motorcycle. Uh, uh, so anyway, there's some links down below that you might be interested in, save you some bucks. Go to clintwestwood.net and also go to litecoinlisa.net, I believe it is. The best place to get a hold of my videos is on Patreon, patreon.com/Saintjerome, Saintjerome. And if you hit on my YouTube page at the top, there's a link on top up to that to go straight to it. If you join my Patreon page, I'm going to give anybody joins right now, I will send them 10,000 Satoshis for joining. Okay. I got to know it's you. And once you join and you're a Patreon, you send me a message, then we can work through the direct messaging to get you your Satoshis. So that's kind of like first month's almost free. And when you join, I will do some private podcasting and maybe a little bit more inside information for you as I pick it up from my various contacts in the crypto world, which is kind of nice, and sometimes some other things. My opinion, the higher tier, we'll do a Zoom call every month, if you wish, as part of that higher tier. It helps me out quite a bit too on that. So I thank you very much for watching. Please hit a like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm get to me. I'm kind of hard to find sometimes. Wow. And also, I've had some crazy trolls. They like to call me fat. I don't get it. Do you? Or I look fat to you? Fat. It hurts my very sensitive nature. I would please help that those trolls quit calling me that. I've been around too long to let that stuff bother me. So I hope I give you a little good advice. And sometimes my podcasts are entertaining. Thank you very much. And I'll see you very soon. I want to come back and show you that the pinger in action. That's pretty cool. Take care.